there are some favorites. First of all, this dress. I have been loving the Skims long dresses, the ones that are actually too long for my frame, but this is one that I had never even used. It's a special edition metallic fuchsia that came out, well, magenta. I've discovered that you can even wear them on the bike. They scrunch up really well, they're narrow enough to stay on your legs. So all of these knitted maxi dresses, they have a ton of elastic. All of these knitted maxi dresses that I have from Skims, I have been wearing when I've been cycling. I really enjoyed them, and to wear around the house, I really like them. I really like that the straps are so thin and so far apart. It gives you a really nice neckline, and also they're really easy to pull down when I do, because I've been doing all of this facial massage and we do a lot of net work, so I need this area to be open, and it was either this or something strapless. But this is good because I can do the exercises like this and then I can still wear straps, which I prefer, because I don't like strapless things. They really flatten out all the boob area. So that's my first favorite. Second favorite, as soon as I returned to London, the first thing I did was order Hourglass brushes. I have been just keeping myself from doing this because they're expensive. I have plenty of brushes, I don't use them, and in the end it was like, look, I need brushes that I want to use, because in the end I always use the same ones. I always use this one, which is the original Hourglass that I had, which is basically a dense crease brush. It's just fantastic because you can get really specific placement, but it also blends pretty well. But the thing that I love about them, oh, they have numbers, I just discovered. I love how durable these are. Like, these are actual, I don't know what they're made of, but I've had this brush for years, and while all of the other brushes got nicks, because I have them in a pot like this, they got nicks or they got broken, they got unstuck. Like, I have Louise Young, Charlotte Tilbury, Bobbi Brown, Sukio. I have good brushes, and they all get, you know, this part gets unstuck. They all have problems. And MAC brushes don't have so many problems. But anyway, these ones are, they feel indestructible. So I added to my collection the other ones that I use the most, which is a small blender for eyeshadow. It's this one. So I'll just tell you, the original one that I had that I use for, I like it a lot because it's so densely packed that you can use it also for cream eyeshadow. So if I'm using a liquid or I'm using a cream, I will use this and it works really well. This is number 4. And then the ones that I've added is this small crease, but fluffier, more open bristles, number 6. This larger, which this is more for powder. And I love the idea of this, because I always need something, I hardly use any powder, and I just want something that I can put, that I can use to put the powder in very specific places, like under here, like here, you know, super specific, because I don't want it all over the place. And I have a powder brush, I never use it. I took out all of my brushes a few months ago and I thought, okay, let's see, because I need to use them. I had them in storage. Like, I have so many good brushes, I need to use them. And then actually, I don't use them, because I always use, even for the powder, even to blend in things, I always ended up using the 217 from MAC, which is like a blender brush, which is kind of like this one. What I'm going to switch that one for this one, because I like small, but then again, this is not so small, so I think this is gonna be perfect. So this is exactly what I wanted, to put powder on specific places. And then I got this one, which is a concealer blending brush. This one doesn't have a number. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is what I didn't know that I needed. And this is exactly, it's the only thing I use my foundation brushes for, which is when I put concealer after I have done my makeup, or even in the middle of the day, you know, when you want to freshen up, you just want to rub a clean brush over it to take away any mascara or eyeliner that has been smudged at the bottom. this is a dream. It's so densely packed, it's so soft, it's like tilted like this. It's just amazing to clean up the under eye area. And just for that purpose, I'm telling you, I would get it. Because the thing is, after so many years, you know the things that you do with your brushes. So you don't need specific brushes to begin with, but once you know the things that you do, like I always do the same thing. I always like take off the excess with this, or you know, the excess mascara that has smudged, or that's a thing. It's just a thing that I always do. And if I have to use a bigger foundation brush, well, there's no reason for it. I'd rather have this. I can be a lot more specific. It feels better. And honestly, I don't need that many brushes. I figured this is pretty much what I use. So I decided to get them. So anyway, these are some of my favorites. What else can I tell you in terms of favorites? This has been trending for a while, but I only just discovered it this summer and I love it. It's the candy, what do you call these? It's number 44. I don't know if it's a candy, lolly candy something from Yves Saint Laurent. It's one of these. They replaced the Rouge Volupte and it's perfect. I'm wearing it right now. It's a perfect pink, and you wear this with a pink lip liner. It's amazing. I love how it tastes. This is definitely one of my favorites. I have a lot of lip liners that I've been wearing. I have sort of substituted my lipsticks for lip liners because I realized that just with a neutral lipstick, like just with this, and then if I carry a bunch of lip liners, I'll carry a red one from Pat McGrath. I carry a pink one that I have just old from Giorgio Armani back when they did amazing lip liners. I carry this chunky pencil, the Do It To Me Baby or something like that. Do Me Baby. From NARS, one of these chunky. This is really versatile because you can just like in a pinch you can do your lips fully or whatever. This is like a neutral darkish color. I have basically one of each. I have a lighter, which is what I'm wearing right now. This is the Lisa Eldridge, the new pencils that she came out with, Sculpt and Shade in number 1C. But I think I would also really like the 2C and the 3C just to add more depth and more color when I need it. I think these are the neutral, because she has like a cool colors, neutral colors, warm colors, and then within those she has 1, 2, and 3 in terms of depth. So yeah, anyway, that one I'm carrying for when I want like a nude lip basically. And when I want a nude lip but more on the brown side, I have a bunch of those. One of them is this old RMS, which I like it because it's retractable. It's just a brownish color. And then I also use, for the pink, this is the one I use, which is the Giorgio Armani pink. And I have a couple others that are in the brownish nude family. Like this one from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the medium. It's their Flesh pencil. It's an iconic pencil. This is the medium one. So yeah, carrying lip pencils instead of a bunch of lipsticks, that has definitely been a trend that I encourage if you are traveling or you just don't want to have a lot of things in your makeup bag. That's really fantastic. This I got recently, but I'm going to show you anyway because I think it's already a favorite. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Wild Orchid Liquid Lust Legendary Wear, and I just really like it because it's this deep rose color, and if you want a deep pink, it's a really hard to find color. I find like it's quite dark, but it's special. So if I carry, for example, the nude that I showed you from Yves Saint Laurent, then I will carry something deeper like this one. Or I have been wearing the Elson number 2 by Pat McGrath, wearing that all the time. Definitely a favorite. This is the Elson number 2, which I was initially afraid of because I thought it was gonna be a rusty color, because it says warm red, or I don't know how they describe it, but I think maybe it was the sales assistant that described it as a warmer red, and I always more gravitate towards blue reds or like bright reds for me. But actually I do have a warm complexion, And this warm red, it's a very clear red. It doesn't have any brown in it, which is what I was afraid of. It's more, I don't want to say a coral, because it's not exactly a coral, but it's a clear red, which is closer to a coral, but without any of those warm undertones that are more autumn. This is definitely like in the spring family. In terms of nude, the other nude that I've been obsessed by, and I have to show you, because this is a perfect replacement. Do you remember the Rouge? I don't even know if they were called Rouge Pour, but when they came out with this sort of lipstick, Yves Saint Laurent, they had number 10, which was the perfect pinky nude. And I'm telling you, they have finally launched another one, and this is the N14, N14, and it's amazing. It's the perfect nude. The other one, I have compared it, and it is a tiny bit lighter, but it's fine. I mean, it's the best nude on the market that I have seen, other than the Prada one, which is like $2 million, which I also have. But this one is amazing. I love the formula. I love how it smells. I prefer it because it's slicker, it's more hydrating. The Prada one is just completely dead. It's like matte. These have been my lipsticks. Lipstick is always an important category in my life. I was watching a video the other day of Sienna Miller doing her own makeup, and she was using all Charlotte Tilbury products. I then learned that it was a Charlotte Tilbury sort of ad, but I do know that she's obviously, they're close, they're friends, they both go to Ibiza. I've seen them both in Ibiza, and she was wearing eyeliner, and this is just called Eye Powder Pencil the Classic, which I believe now is called Shimmering Brown, because the other two are black and burgundy. So this is basically a golden, and the fact that it's a powder pencil is the key, because this goes on so soft but not at all greasy. And my problem with these eyeliner pencils is that they either disappear or they're super greasy, like they're very smudgy, and yeah, the word is greasy. And I also don't like when they are very soft and greasy and then they completely set, because then it feels like a coating. I don't know, it feels weird. Whereas this one kind of feels like applying a very, very pigmented powder in a very targeted area. So it's just the formula is completely different to everything I've seen. I would say maybe the problem with it is that it doesn't stay very long. I'll show you, because I just put it on before the video and it's already kind of going everywhere. But when it smudges in a nice way, and I love the color. It's just, I'm not wearing any mascara or anything right now. It's just a brown, you can blend it, because it's more of an eyeshadow vibe, but in a very convenient pencil format. So you can just, so I have been wearing only this because I have an eye infection. It's taking a while to go away, so I haven't been wearing mascara or contacts. Things that I bought in Italy. Okay, now for things that I bought in Italy. Some housekeeping that I must let you know about. You know that I have been saying, I think for years, that I'm gonna make some sort of member content or membership on my channel, or I'm gonna make a mailing list. I have gone through in my head through all these iterations of things I'm gonna make, and in the end, I know one thing is for certain: I'm gonna be making content, because I always do. And even when I don't post it, I'm making it. So if I don't post it, just drop me a line, because I have it and I can send it to you. I just really would like to find a way of organizing my audience so that I can send you the content somewhat privately. And the problem is because it's all different things, because I have vlogs on YouTube, and then I have the blog that I write, and I would kind of like everything to be private. So I think what I'm going to do is find a system where I have the contacts, and it's not a lot of people to begin with anyway. So I'm gonna keep the contacts of the people who are like my core audience, and I'm going to have an address book, maybe have a mailing list, but this is not, I'm not thinking particularly of sending you emails. I just need a form of keeping track of who I need to send things to. So I'll have my contacts, I'll put them in a mailing list so that I don't have to obviously remember anything. So it will be an automated process. And then I will basically let you know when I have something new to show you. So if I have a vlog, I'm just gonna make everything private from now on, because I like to have a private community that doesn't feel so exposed. So I like the idea of having something that is our community behind closed doors. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just gonna do it like that. I'm gonna make the content and then I'm gonna send it to whoever subscribes. And there may be a fee at some point, but it's not, in principle, it's not about selling, because I can always sell other things. Like I can sell bonus material, I can sell yoga classes. I don't need to sell the majority of what I make, but I just want there to be a token of appreciation, because I want to know who's in it. I want to get the name, like first name, email address. I don't want to peer into your life, but I do want to know that it's not a person that I'm trying to avoid or something like that. So in brief, if you're interested in being a subscriber of mine and a friend, and you want me to send you the videos that I'm making from now on and any other extra material, just fill in this survey. It's in the comments, in the description of the video. It's just a survey where I take your name and email address. That's all you have to do. I'm not going to send you any spam. I'm just going to send you the content when I have that content. You will be on my list of people that I have to reach. And you will be a founder member at this stage at least, and it's completely free. I don't know how long it's going to be free for, so just sign up as soon as possible, and then I know what I'm working with, and I will send you, for example, I will send you the vlog that I recorded in Italy, which is private, and anything else related. The idea is to have a membership at some point, I don't know, whenever I get to it, where people can access everything. So this was the first with one membership. So maybe you will pay something, but then you will be able to access the blog, the YouTube vlogs, the Substack. Like, I want everything to be one thing. I don't want it to be separate memberships. And that's the difficulty I'm having, because each platform has their subscription option. And I'm not gonna make you subscribe in each platform, because it's such a faff to become a customer. I know how that is. I don't like doing that. If needed, I'll send you a password or something to access each platform. The idea is just to know that this is a private space for us. That's the idea. It's not to make it a commercial thing. I will have commercial products that I can sell, but this is not it. This is just our community under closed doors, behind closed doors. I really like that idea. And also you can be safe there to know that nobody else is gonna see you. For example, if you post a comment or whatever, it's like for us. So that's quite cool. And the last thing that I want to show you, please sign up if you want to be part of it and receive the last vlog that I recorded and any other photographs that I haven't posted yet. You will get a link to that. You will get a link to any of the essays that I have been writing, which I also haven't published because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if to release a book. I don't know. I have so much content and I just don't know how to organize it, because partly I kind of want it to be private. I want it to be more exclusive, and somehow it would be nice to make it financially sustainable, but at least I want it to be exclusive. I don't want it to be just a free-for-all. So at the very least, it's gonna be behind closed doors, and then we see what happens and what we do with it. So if you want to be part of it, if you want access to it, send me your name and email, filling in the survey that's down below. And I'll talk to you soon.